Welcome, everybody, to the Chafing Armor Podcast. It is great to have you here, and tonight, I believe we will be finishing up the Onyx Portal. Tonight we have with us Rylee. Rylee, would you introduce yourself and your character, please?
Hello, I'm Rylee, and I'm playing Edalin Slon, a paladin with a touch of barbarian.
And you are a lizard folk, right?
Yes.
All right. And then we have James. James, would you introduce yourself and your character, please?
Hey there, I am James, and I am playing Gnarl, the Minotaur wizard fighter.
Fantastic. And finally, we have Michael. Michael, would you introduce your character, please?
I most certainly will. I am Michael, and tonight I am playing Elias Heartstrings, the Dragonborn Bard.
Fantastic. And these characters have been fighting a mighty battle against otherworldly creatures, outworldly creatures, that had come through a portal, through mighty efforts and many fireballs. Grissom and Elias have managed to close the portal, but creatures that are left, Dr. Worm, this giant worm creature with the body of a stone giant attached to the top of it, seems to be trying to turn its fallen the fallen creatures around it into slimes to reopen the portal. And so Edalin and Elias and now Grissom have all had a spell cast on them where they were cast at a disadvantage for their rolls in everything that they do for the next few rounds. And they have to stop whatever is going to happen next. So, we are back at the top of the order. Edalin, you have 4 more rounds of disadvantage.
Yay! Love it.
What are you going to do?
We're going to start squishing little slime creatures. I think that might be where to start.
So this body of this mouth hydra has been struck by this shadowy spell, and it has kind of disintegrated into a giant puddle of slime that is organizing itself into these spinal slimes and moving towards this magic rock that is in the middle of the back wall.
Yep.
Which is currently plastered in flames.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a flamethrower, don't you?
Well, I'm just reminding you that that's still the wall of fire is still there.
Oh, it's still there. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I thought your concentration had lapsed. All right. So, interesting. All right. You know, I'm really despising your character.
Yeah, I had dropped concentration on another spell when I cast that one.
Okay, so the slime is moving towards this wall of fire. Edalin, what are you going to do?
We're gonna hit it with the claw club. We're gonna squish it. Okay. That is a nat 20 that can't be used. Nat 20!
Oh my gosh, did you get 2?
Dual nat 20. Wow. Right.
Oh, I'm so hyped. Alright, well, alright.
You're gonna super squish that squishy.
So, let's roll damage. And that dice is rolled under the couch. Try that again. Oh, that's not great. Alright, so that will be 9 plus 9, 18 points of damage, plus 20 points of force damage. So, 48 points of damage.
Okay.
I think you got it.
Splatters in front of you, away from you, around you, towards you. Some of it splatters into the wall of fire and just instantly burns up. And some of it splatters on you And
Wow.
Roll me a DC. Where is it? A DC 13 Constitution save.
I'm not great at that. That is a nat 1. Well, I had to be punished somehow.
Oh my goodness. Well, okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So the slime lands on you, and you start to feel like something is talking to your brain and over. Okay. It is not taking you over yet, but you can feel something dark talking to your brain. Now it is Dr. Worm's turn. Okay.
Do you still get a second attack, Edalin?
Oh, yes, Edalin gets a second attack.
Yeah, so guess we're gonna attack the other monster that's left standing. That dice went under the couch. Alright, let me find another one. Well, let's see. There's the first one that won't hit. Alright, so that'll be 14 to hit the other monster.
You hit it, and it is like hitting rock. It does absolutely nothing.
Alright, that's it for me then.
Okay, so Dr. Worm gets to attack, and since you just attacked it, it is going to reach out for you and do a grappling attack. And
Love that.
That is a 21. Does that hit?
No.
Okay.
No.
It misses you with that first attack. Its second attack, that is a 19. So
No.
that misses. And its third attack with its tongue, that is a 27.
It hits, maybe just a little bit. Maybe just a little.
Okay. So it wraps around you and constricts you and starts pulling you towards its rocky, toothy mouth.
Oh, I don't like that.
And it is going to consume you in a round. All right?
Oh.
And Elias.
So, is she currently in the process of being swallowed?
She is being pulled toward the mouth right now.
Okay, and is that...
This long, prehensile tongue has reached out and wrapped itself around the lizard folk and is pulling her into its maw.
How are you doing there, Edalin, hit point wise?
I'm almost at half hit points. It's hard. I'm hurt. 155.
155.
I've taken some hits.
How about you, Gnarl? How are you looking?
I lost all of my temporary hit points. I'm sad.
You're doing more or less okay.
But he's otherwise unscathed.
Yes. Then in that case, I will pop that cork and drink as a bonus action that greater healing, which
potion.
is
Okay.
4d4 plus 4. That is 6, 7, 8. Not great. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 points of healing is certainly much better than nothing, so I appreciate you doing so. That now brings me up to a whopping 50 points. I took some really hard hits there.
Yeah.
So how is this thing drawing her ever closer into its maw looking?
It is relatively undamaged. Edalin hit it one time last round, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Well, for pretty much the same reason, since it is relatively undamaged, I'm going to step up with my black loot of Baldrassi's Bane and look it dead in the whatever the hell passes for its eyes and say once again, "You ain't nothing but a great speckled bird." And I'm going to cast Polymorph and try to take it out and also keep her from being swallowed. It is a wisdom save of 18.
All right. And that is a save of 25.
Dang.
Well, crap. I tried. That is my turn.
All right. And now we are to Grissom.
Okay. All right. Grissom is going to focus a bit, and he's going to kind of just like hunch over a little bit and kind of like flex his shoulders, and he's going to hum deeply. And as he does, he grows a little bit to become large, and he's going to be using his feature of Giant's Might and become large. Gets advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, and a couple other things. But what he's going to do with that is he's going to run up and try and break the hold that the wiggly, nasty tongue has on Edalin.
Okay. Run up and give me a strength check.
Well, it'll be my athletics against its athletics or acrobatics, whichever it wants to use.
Okay.
Let's see.
That is a
And I have
18.
All right, I got to beat an 18 with my 12 athletics and advantage. Let's see if we can manage to get a 6 or higher. Well, there's a 1 and a 12, so 12, 24.
You got lucky. All right. So you managed to pull the tongue. You have the tongue in one hand. You've pushed Edalin back in the other. And what are you going to do next?
For my next thing, I will swing with an attack. I'll hit the tongue, I guess, since it's right there. If it matters. That's 12 plus 12 is 24 to hit.
That hits.
All right, so not as much as it was because I'm no longer enhanced, but it does do an extra d6. 5, 8, 15 slashing, and I'm not going to bother rolling fire because it's immune. And that will be my turn. That will be my turn.
It now looks mildly annoyed at you as you finish your turn, and is going to trying to motivate the slime to go through the firewall, but the wall of flame is still consuming this giant puddle of slimes. And we are back to Edalin's turn.
Woohoo! Gonna try and hit it real hard.
Okay. And as you are getting ready to swing, you all hear something coming down the tunnel behind you.
Oh boy.
Good or bad?
You don't know yet.
We'll find out, I guess.
Alright, that was too good. Let's roll again. That's better. Alright. That'll be 18 to hit.
That does not hit.
Yep, that's what I thought. Alright, second attack. Yay.
You've had the lowest rolls this.
Do you have other dice you can use?
That'll be an 18 to hit.
That does not hit.
Alright, that was with the second dice. Alright, never mind.
Okay. And
Goodness gracious.
The good ones are good. They're really good. Then I rolled the second one, and it's bad. So it's the disadvantage's fault. Thanks.
And so Dr. Worm is he will do one attack, a shadow attack at Elias. One attack coming out of his hand, and that
Right here,
is
man.
a
Come on.
21.
That will hit.
All right. And that is 40-10.
Is that a ranged attack?
Yes.
Oh, he'll have disadvantage because I'm right by him.
Oh, okay.
Unless you got something that'll avoid that.
No, he does not. And that is a 20.
Damage?
No, to hit.
No, it will hit.
Okay. And that is 15 points of damage.
All right.
Shadow damage.
Glad I drank that potion.
Okay. And you are right next to Edalin, so Edalin also gets the blessing of that disadvantage. So that is only a 12 to hit. And so the second shadow attack misses you. And that tongue is going to reach out for you, even though you are exceptionally large. Grissom.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm just large.
And that is a 21 to hit.
That just hits.
All right. And so you are grappled by the tongue wraps around your waist, and it is going to try and pull you in its giant maw. Next round.
Okay.
And so, Elias, it is your turn.
Well, so we got quite a few creatures here, and someone about to be swallowed, which did not go well. So instead, I'm going to take a slightly different tactic to hopefully be as helpful as possible. I know this isn't as helpful as I would like because Gnarl isn't damaged, but that's not the worst thing in the world. So I'm going to step forward and make everyone think about their happy place, where they are at their happiest and rested and happy. And I'm going to sing "Old Home Place." And as I do so, I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds on everyone, including myself.
Nice.
Including myself. That is 3d8 plus 5. And that is 19 additional healing to everyone. Mainly,
I didn't take damage from that grapple, right?
No, there's no damage. You're just
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
You will probably take damage next time if it gets you in its mouth.
Sure. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, sorry.
all right. And that is my turn because I was almost dead, and so I figured that would at least help Edalin as well.
All right, and so now we're back to Grissom.
Okay, let's get out of this grapple. So yeah, athletics. Well, for this time, it's for me. It's athletics or acrobatics against its athletics score to break the grapple.
That is a measly 15.
Oh, I think I can do that. It means I need to roll over a 3, which I do handily. Okay, so snap. I rip the tongue off of me. It's not something thought I'd ever say. And
the tongue feels like it's made of sandpaper and wood and coarse gravel, like
cool.
A cat's tongue. It is unpleasant.
All right, and yeah, I bet. And while I'm right there, I will take a swing at it. That is a non-natural 20 to hit.
That just barely hits.
All right. And forget the flame damage. It's just going to be slashing. 17 points of slashing damage. And that, I believe... Make sure I don't have a bonus action I can do. That's going. Nope, I am done.
Okay. And you hear this mighty rushing wind coming out of the tunnel behind you.
Sorry, that was me.
Burritos for lunch. No, this mighty rushing wind comes out of the tunnel behind you, and you see this large, shaggy, flying dragon. It doesn't have any wings, but it has this massive dog-like head, this shining white gold fur, and it just plows into this worm creature and attacks.
Does it have a little kid named Bastion riding on his back?
No, but they might be related. And that hits. And
it's pretty lucky he showed up.
yeah. And so it takes 30 points of damage from 2 claw attacks. And for a bite attack, particularly Elias and Edalin, you feel like the spell that was causing you to be at disadvantage is washed away as this creature bursts into the room. And we are back to the top of the order. Edalin,
Woohoo! All right, let's hit on this thing.
You're not at disadvantage now.
Wow, I love that. All right, that's going to be a 19? Does that hit?
That does not hit.
Yep, that's what I thought. All right, second attack.
20's the number.
All right. Let's see. That will be 26.
The 26 will hit.
Woohoo! Love that. Back in business. That'll be 11 points of bludgeoning damage and 10 points of force damage for a whopping 21 points of damage.
Where just a moment ago it looked almost relatively undamaged, it now is looking hurt and cracked open. It is not bleeding, but it is like earth has started splitting open in various spots, like very dry earth is crumbling. And so, Elias,
could I strike this creature with a thunder wave without hitting Edalin?
You wouldn't hit Edalin, but Grissom is right in front of him.
Yeah, I look at Edalin, Grissom, and how he looks like he could snap me in two, and I'm just gonna go for it and say, "I'm sorry, good sir," and I am going to cast Thunder Wave because we have to take these things down at all cost. The danger is just too great. It is an 18 con save.
Okay.
And that is 6 points of damage, save for half, including you, Grissom.
That was a 20 on my con save, non-natural.
Okay.
So you take.
So I take 3 points of damage.
Ow.
This creature does
So
not
painful.
seem to take any force damage.
Ugh.
Well,
Oops.
it's okay. Someone
Well,
is
it's thunder damage, right? Is it thunder damage or force
that's a
damage?
good point.
Pretty sure it's thunder damage. Being thunder wave.
Oh, yeah.
Thunder damage. Yeah,
If that makes a
2d8
difference on the
thunder
creature.
damage.
Right. It is not immune to thunder damage. It is immune to force.
Yeah, take that 6 points. You take it.
6 points of damage. There you go.
And it gets pushed, I think, doesn't it?
It does.
If it fails?
If it fails, so it is pushed back 10 feet.
All right. What did it have to save?
18. Constitution.
That is a 17, so it gets pushed back,
Woo!
and the back of its tail brushes up against the firewall.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So how much damage is that on the fire?
Well, let's see.
Oh,
We
wait,
gotta
no, it's
roll-
immune to fire. Never mind.
It's immune to fire. Yeah. It's a nice thought, though.
Got excited for a moment.
Yeah. All right. And now it is its turn. It is going to use its it's going to use its shadow power to try and quash the firewall.
How would that work?
That acts like a counter spell. No,
Oh,
that
interesting.
no, that wouldn't work. No, I guess it cannot do that. So it is going to cast a maddening curse at Elias, who just pushed it back. And it is similar to what you experienced earlier. So DC 18 Wisdom save. And you have this shadow wash over you, Elias.
Well, I think that 4 is not quite going to cut it.
Okay? And so you suffer the short-term madness for roll me a d4.
That is a 3.
Okay, for the next 3 rounds, you will attack somebody at random. Oh, and yeah, that's all it can do. And so it is now Grissom's turn.
All right. What are these slimy things doing at this point? Are they still like throwing themselves at the fire, or are they holding?
Most of it has been consumed. There's about a third left. It has been throwing itself at the fire and just trying to get at the wall.
Okay. Well, I will just leave the firewall then. And hope I don't get bonked in the head and lose it. Let's see here. Running out of spell slots.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, I'm just going to hack away at the wormy worm.
Okay.
See what happens. That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
All right. That is 14 points of slashing damage. And second attack. Oh, that's way higher. And 15 points of slashing damage.
Okay. It is starting to look hurt. And as you do that, this furry dragon with kind of a dog-like head rears up and says, "You all have defended the city." And a mighty rushing wind comes out of its mouth, and the worm creature is hit for 6d10
Ooh.
wind damage for 34 points of damage, and it is pushed back up against the wall into the fire in the way of the slime. And you all feel with this wind any deleterious effects are washed away, blown off of you. So the curse that you were experiencing that was going to cause you madness, Elias, is undone. And you all feel like for the next round you will have advantage on your attacks.
Woohoo!
Nice.
So we are back to the top of the order. Edalin.
Alright, let's go on and attack this thing. Wow, advantage did not much for that. That'll be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Hey, wow, wasn't expecting. Alright, that'll be 15 points of bludgeoning damage and 10 points of force damage for the first attack.
Force damage doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do nothing. Alright, so 15 points of damage. Second attack. That'll be math. 21 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Oh wow. Even less damage. Alright, that'll be 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
And oh, sorry. No more.
It is starting to look like shattered rock. Teeth are starting to fall out of its rocky mouth, and there are chips on its body and this stone-like helmet head that it has. So it is looking very, very hurt. And now it is Elias's turn.
Elias will pull out his longsword that was given to him by his long gone Tabaxi band member Thistlefoot, and charge and attack with his +2 longsword, and with advantage on that attack. He is done with this, and also his spells are almost completely exhausted. That is with advantage is a natural 20. So he will do 1d8 plus 3, which is 9 points, doubled to 18 as he slashes with his magic longsword.
All right.
Nice.
Excellent. Shards,
good
pieces
for a bard.
of the body shatter. Do you have a second attack?
I do not. I'm level 15. I've got one attack. That's all I got in the tank. And I don't even have a bonus.
The creature is looking very hurt. Parts of its shoulder have shattered off. It can barely raise one of its arms. So, but it does have its attacks left, and it is going to attack with 2 of its shadow attacks against the dragon. And one hits, it's a natural 20, and the other does not hit. Dragon is going to use a legendary action to force a reroll.
Nice.
It's quite lucky. And so that misses. And we are to Grissom.
No tongue attack?
No tongue attack this time.
Okie doke. Just for some flavor, I'm gonna Misty Step and go like right behind the back of the giant portion, the giant stone giant portion of the creature, and swing directly at him. Because why not?
Advantage on that.
All right. Just one attack, or for the whole round? For the whole turn.
For this whole round.
Okay. Good to know. That is it's a hit. 16 plus 10 to 12, so yeah, that's a hit. That is 14 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And we'll take my second attack. Make an X. There it is. Nat 20.
Oh. All right. Let's hear it.
All right. It's not going to be that good, but here we go. 30 points of slashing damage.
So tell me what this looks like as you plunge your sword through this creature and shatter it into many pieces.
All right, so he's a very stony creature, right?
Yes.
So the first slash goes across his back, makes a deep gouge, and then seeing the opening, Grissom just thrusts his scimitar through the crack and into his chest and out the other side, and then twists and rides the worm down as it collapses, like a blonde elf from another series that we won't talk about.
Yeah. Fantastic. And as you do that, the massive furry dragon sweeps its tail against the last of the slime and splashes it into the wall of fire. And combat is over. Everything is finished. And this massive dragon turns to you and says, "Well done, my friends. You have saved Moscaderm and much of the realm. I am Cruzar Membrunth. I am ruler of this city, Duke of the realm, and I thank you for all that you have done."
I was just going to say, Grissom was just going to take a knee and say, it was our honor.
All right, well, let's do that. Grissom, would you introduce yourself to the Duke, please?
Good Duke, my name is Grissom Gnarl, and it has been my pleasure to defend your land.
Edalin?
My name is Edalin Sloan. It's been an honor to serve you and bring honor to this country and my family.
And Elias?
Must say that we have a companion named Plunger who is doing the Lord's work up above. So just so you're aware, but then I'll take off my fancy hat and bow and say I also am happy to serve in any way that I can. And good Duke, I am Elias Heartstrings.
You all are well known to me and to the court of the king. Your friend Plunger, I'm sure, is helping to mop up the last of those centauropedes that have attacked the city. I thank you for closing this portal for the fell magic that had tried to open pathways for things from the outside realms. Blessings on you, and my personal blessing. And you each get an inspiration for not only this character, but for your regular characters.
All right.
In the future. And I think that is going to be a good spot to end our Onyx Portal side quest. Thank you all for joining me in this. I hope you enjoyed the battles. And I was really expecting one or more of you to die this time.
Oh, I was at 35. I was at 35 hit points at one point, so...
yeah, I think our bard was close to the edge.
A stiff breeze would have taken me out for sure.
Well, Grissom, you were the savior. James, Grissom was the savior of this entire campaign. It was
I took 3 whole hit points of damage. So,
oh my goodness,
of actual damage.
Your character was quite impressive. So
I designed him well, and I'm very happy with him.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Mostly, I'm upset about him not being able to get hit by those caltrops spikes that were down in the tunnel. So, okay. Thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to returning back to the Dragon Realms in our next few episodes, and I believe that will be drawing to a close soon as well. Michael, would you tell everyone where they can find us to hear our podcast?
Well, the first place you want to do is look deep into your heart, and we will be there smiling at you, and you will have to go see a cardiologist to get us out. But after, if that is not your preference, then go to patreon.com/chafingarmor, where we've got extras, fun cosplays, and access to our Discord. And I've got little fun things for you that I'm going to send out to our Patreon followers. So please go on there and help support us and keep this wonderful podcast ad-free.
Thank you all, and we are here to scratch your itch for fantasy roleplay. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.